a little background about me. I'm a blockchain developer, and I've been a I've been a I've been a Web2 developer, and then I transitioned into Web3 development, mainly focusing on the internet computer. I built multiple projects on the internet computer, and alongside with my colleague Confidence, we're working on a startup actually on the internet computer, and we've been received a grant from the Divinity Foundation. We will get more into this as we proceed. But yeah, that's I think I will let Confidence introduce himself.
Okay, thank you very much, Enoch. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all well, and we're so excited to have you here for this boot camp. My name is Confidence, like Enoch said, and I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm also a blockchain developer. I've been in the blockchain space for the past 6 years. Soon after leaving college, I worked at the first cryptocurrency exchange in Zimbabwe. It was called Golix. Maybe some of you have heard about it. Maybe you haven't heard about it before. But that's how I started my career, and I've never kind of left the industry. From there going forward, I've seen the cryptocurrency industry and the blockchain space evolve over time, and I've seen all the ups and downs and everything that has happened in the market also. So I'm really excited to see more people get interested in learning about this revolutionary technology, and I'm so excited for you guys. Like you have some interest, and we hope that you get to learn much from us, and also we get to learn much from you guys. Like Enoch said, we are part of the ICP hub in South Africa, and our aim is to educate as much people to learn about the wonderful innovation that the internet computer is building, and show you how you can actually start building for your own, could it be a startup or for whatever innovation that you're trying to implement. That is our main focus. And what we mainly do here is we go through a boot camp that goes for a number of days where we teach you how to actually develop on the internet computer, how to create a canister and familiarize yourself with what a canister is and how you can actually have a whole system being hosted fully on the blockchain. And after that, we'll host a hackathon where you present your ideas and basically just showcase how much you have learned through those days. And then after that, we also have some grants that you can get from the internet computer. There is 5,000 grant, there's a 10,000 grant, and sorry, there's a 5,000 grant, a 25,000 grant, and there's the biggest grant is 100,000. And all of these depend on how big your project is or how big whatever you're building is. And that is what gets to be determined which grant you can qualify for. And it's open for everyone as long as you know what you're building and you are a developer. We normally call it a developer grant. So this is something that is going to fund for the development of whatever you are building or whatever idea you have. And then from there forward, you can start building or making your ideas come to life. So that is the main purpose of the grant. And there are other things that come with being part of the community, that you get to learn as we go through this boot camp and the hackathon and everything that goes with it. We also have an incubation that we recently started, like Enoch said, we have done a couple of countries, and we are introducing new things as we go, as we also learn. To see whenever they do this process. So anyway, in a nutshell, I'm very excited, and I hope to see you guys. Normally, I do much of the introduction, but today I just had a lot of work on my side, so I'm just hoping tomorrow's session you get to hear me speak more. So very excited to see you guys, and thank you very much, Mr. Enoch.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Okay. So I've noticed that most of you are not familiar with blockchain or Web3 in general. So yeah, we'll get deep into that, but I just wanted to like give kind of a small introduction to blockchain and like Web3 technology, right? And then we'll introduce the internet computer. We'll watch, like, there's a small video we'll watch together, and then we'll talk about the tech stack on the internet computer, how exactly you will be building, what's possible, the languages, the frameworks, and what's not. So Web3, it's like an evolution of the web. Like we started with Web 1, like in the early 90s to 2000. I wasn't even born, like when it started. Of course, I could to learn about it. Yeah, so that was Web3 in the early 90s in 2000. Like it was static web, right? Where it was just static websites, documents where you just reading stuff, right? You don't like change anything, right? And then the web progressed to Web 2, which is now dynamic and interactive, where you can actually now, like this is the likes of Twitter, Facebook, and what's not, where you get to create your accounts, interact with the service, all right, storing your data. But of course, like you're just storing there, but you don't have control of your data. And then we come to Web3 now. That is like it started in 2009, 2010 when Bitcoin was launched, and it's now representing decentralized internet. So we are saying we had Web 2, but it was centralized. We have Google, we have these services that are the center of your data, of your information. We are holding your information, but now Web 3 is like advancing from that now and solving this problem where like data is now decentralized, and like no one is like owning your data. Actually, with your data is now like more secure, more security. Yeah, and it's now trustless. You don't need to trust someone. Like that's the essence of Web3. We are saying like no one is controlling your data. It's decentralized. You have full ownership of your data, right? Yeah, so Web3 now is made possible with blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is this technology that is decentralized. We are saying computation running in distributed nodes, in distributed computers all around the world, right? So, and then once we got to Web3, with this new revolution of the internet computer that is decentralized, we started with the Bitcoin. That was like its primary focus was digital money, digital gold, right? You it's like you can now perform transaction on the blockchain. It's decentralized, and then like it was founded with this anonymous person or group, Satoshi Nakamoto, right? With this proof of work, innovation technology, and then yeah, in around 2015, Web3 evolved itself, and then we have now Ethereum being launched, and now it's setting itself apart from like Bitcoin, which was like primarily like digital currency, and now Ethereum is allowing you to store computation on a blockchain, right? It's bringing smart contracts, and with Ethereum came like a lot of use cases of blockchain, which are like which made which like have like real tangible impacts. Of course, Bitcoin is still on its own like as a digital currency, but now Ethereum with the smart contracts is now allowing you to like run computation, build some solutions, some DeFi solutions, lending protocols, and what's not. And then, but still, there's a problem with like Ethereum, where and most of these other smart contracts blockchains, right? Scalability. Of course, you can run some computation in some decentralized way, but you are not fully decentralized. Like you can't store your data on the blockchain right there. You can only store your logic, your smart contract logic, but your front end is hosted somewhere on some centralized server somewhere. Your data, you can do IPFS or it's on AWS somewhere, depending on the magnitude of your data. And then the internet computer now comes solving that problem. It's allowing you to have both your code and state running on the blockchain. So we are now saying you have all the benefits of blockchain, but on top of that, it's now fully decentralized. You can now have 100% application running on blockchain. You have your front end, you have your data, like actual data. You no longer need IPFS, you don't need AWS. Everything is stored in your smart contracts. Smart contract on the internet computer are called canisters, right? So I'm going to share with you guys a small video that will kind of get deep into the introduction to the internet computer, so that you can really understand better what it is. Let me share my screen.
Web3 is the future, but it's still much harder to use than Web2. The industry is fragmented across many blockchains, forcing Web.
Let me know that if you guys can hear the audio of the video.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
3 builders to choose between difficult compromises in Web3 is the future, but it's still much harder to use than Web2. The industry is fragmented across many blockchains, forcing Web3 builders to choose between difficult compromises in centralization versus usability. These compromises were only necessary because Web3 was incomplete. In May 2021, this all changed with the launch of the Internet Computer Protocol, or ICP. ICP is a decentralized cloud that bridges the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. To create ICP, over 100 cryptographers worked for 8 years to perfect an utterly new cryptography innovation. It's called chain key technology. But before we explain how it works, let's quickly look at the incredible things ICP can do. First, let's explore how decentralized applications on ICP compare with Web 2 applications. ICP has a powerful new type of smart contract called canisters. They are decentralized web servers that can directly host full websites with low latency. Canisters can store up to 400 gigabytes of data, perform complex calculations, and connect to Web 2 services and APIs without oracles. Users don't pay gas on ICP. When canisters do computations, they burn a token called cycles from a built-in wallet. This process is called a reverse gas model. Gas costs on ICP usually get paid by the core teams or DAOs that own the canisters, but some dApps collect assets to cover their gas costs themselves. The cycles needed to run canisters can only be minted by burning ICP tokens, and the mint ratio gets stabilized against the real-world costs of running the physical nodes that are doing the computation. The cost of hosting dApps on ICP is consistent and inexpensive, regardless of whether the price of ICP tokens goes up or down. The result is that canisters can deliver decentralized web experiences that look and feel indistinguishable from Web 2. Next, let's look into how ICP connects with the Web 3 world. Most Web 3 blockchains require bridges to connect to other chains. Bridges are built by deploying smart contracts on each chain and relaying transactions between them. Relaying transactions across chains often involves expensive cryptography computation, multi-sig wallets between trusted parties, and off-chain oracles. The complicated architecture of Web3 bridges makes them slow, costly, difficult to use, and prone to security breaches. ICP canisters can directly sign transactions on other blockchains, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, without bridges or centralized service providers. Canisters can mint ordinals on Bitcoin, deploy smart contracts on Ethereum, and do anything a human user can do across different Web3 blockchains, effectively making them decentralized autonomous Web3 users. The result is that ICP can abstract away the complexity of multi-chain transactions so that users can enjoy a seamless Web3 experience. Chain key technology, the alien tech powering ICP, makes these incredible capabilities possible. To understand chain key, let's review how typical Web3 secret keys work. When a Web3 user wants to create a new blockchain transaction, they sign a message to the blockchain using a secret key that only they know. A threshold signature is when one secret key gets broken up into pieces held by different nodes in a network. Together, these nodes can collectively sign messages without ever revealing the entire secret key to any node in the network. Governments and militaries have been using threshold cryptography to protect their most valuable secrets since the 90s. However, these organizations only execute threshold signatures within controlled private networks. Blockchain networks must be public, trustless, and decentralized. Web3 nodes might be offline or malicious, and an attacker might even try to collect the pieces of the secret key over time. Secure threshold signatures on Web3 were impossible until the Divinity Foundation invented chain key technology. With chain key, up to 1/3 of nodes could be offline or malicious, and the network can still generate a secure signature. The pieces of the secret key stored on each node are also constantly scrambling, so that any information leaked from a node is useless to attackers. This makes it possible to create a decentralized network that can use secret keys no human or computer will ever know. Divinity built ICP on top of chain key technology to completely reimagine what an L1 blockchain could be, with the vision of creating a fully decentralized internet. For example, anyone can verify the content received from the internet computer by simply validating a signature without syncing the entire blockchain. In addition, 0% of ICP nodes run on AWS or other big tech cloud providers. ICP nodes are themselves independent private clouds running in data centers all over the world. Furthermore, nodes on ICP only act as vendors for an on-chain DAO that manages an ICP network. called the Network Nervous System, or NNS. ICP holders who stake tokens in the NNS are the only ones who can control the source code of the network, and they can collectively update the network without hard forks. ICP is entirely alien to anything else within Web 2 or Web 3, which makes it perfect for connecting the two in ways never possible before. With Bitcoin, humanity got the first decentralized network. With Ethereum, humanity got the first decentralized logic. With ICP, humanity now has the first decentralized secret keys, the first decentralized cloud, and the first decentralized AI models. Oh yeah, did we mention that ICP is the only blockchain that can fully host AI models on chain? Now that is alien tech. The future of the internet belongs to everyone, and it won't be harder to use. Whatever blockchains you love, and whatever Web3 future you're fighting for, ICP's alien tech will be a part of it. Explore what ICP has to offer and take your place in the Web3 invasion.
Okay. Yeah, that was a short, nice intro to the internet computer. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. But at this point, before we move on to something, before I move on to like the tech stack of the internet computer, the languages you can use to build, how to build, I think it's a good point to take some questions from you guys if you've got some questions or anything before we proceed. Okay. It looks like no. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I had a question more in relation to the program and not the video that we just watched. Should I wait
Okay.
till or can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, in terms of the lessons that will be provided, are we going to be coming to the lectures every day around this time? Also, is there a platform where we can get like notes and um, videos and like lessons in an organized manner, or this we have to attend the lectures?
Yeah, we will be doing the lectures daily and some mentorship sessions, but after each session, we will share the resources we would have like went through during the session.
Mhm.
Yeah, like the notes, the documentation, and everything you will need. We'll be sharing after each session.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you going to share them on via email or on Telegram?
we will be doing both email and
Both.
Telegram as well. Yeah.
Okay. And then just a last question. On
Mhm.
the form when we signed up, there was an option to start at a later date if you had exams. Is that still an option or it's all starting today?
We are starting today, but of course, if you have exams, yeah, you can always like join after a later date, and then we'll try our
Mhm.
best to like get you up to speed.
Okay.
Of course, yeah, you can get your exams, but yeah, it will be best if you like go through with us and kind of like catch up in the and not be under pressure. But yeah, we can always accommodate like some special cases like that. Yeah,
Okay, no, that's understandable. Thank you.
yeah, sure. And what's your name? I didn't even try to I was afraid
Oh,
to.
sorry about that. That's so unprofessional of me. I'm so fat.
Okay, I know it's fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was so scared to butcher it. All right. So let me share a small slide just explaining the tech stack on the internet computer. Okay, so on the internet computer, like the actual language that like runs an actual blockchain is just WebAssembly, right? Canisters are basically WebAssembly modules. So what this means is you can actually build on the internet computer with any language that can compile down towards to WebAssembly, right? So there's Motoko, is the native language on the internet computer specifically designed for building canisters, smart contracts on the internet computer. Its use was called like an hectare model, where it's using an hectare model. We'll get to understand more about that. And then there is Rust. That's also one big popular language on the internet computer as well. I mean, the ICCDK itself, like it's built in Rust. And then there are some community developed CDK, like TypeScript. The CDK is called AZO, which allows you to build canisters on the internet computer with TypeScript. And then there's Kybra that allows you to do with Python. These two are relatively new, but yeah, they are now like kind of a stable phase or something where we can actually build something with them. But yeah, they are still new, like in a better version. And then there's Solidity. So there's this platform called Bitfinity on the internet computer, which allows you to essentially build Ethereum smart contracts on the internet computer. So that's where Solidity comes in. You can actually build your Ethereum contracts, and they'll be running like on the internet computer. And then there's also C++ CDK that is still in its early stages, but yeah, in the future there will be more as well, because as long as the language can just like at the end finally be compiled to WebAssembly. If the CDK is just built right, it will work on the internet computer. So in this bootcamp, we will introduce you guys to Motoko and TypeScript, how to build with the Motoko and how to build with the TypeScript. Rust, it would be nice as well, but the learning curve for Rust is quite steep. But I've seen some of you are like really good, really experienced developers. You can attempt Rust if you want, but for this program, our main focus will be on TypeScript and Motoko. And then full stack apps on the internet computer. So as I was saying, the internet computer allows you to host like the complete stack in the canister, right? You have your backend, you have your front end, and your front end you can build it with your favorite front end frameworks: React, Vue.js, SvelteKit, Next.js, Angular. Yeah, sure, these are like the big guys, and these are the ones you can use. Yeah, and there will be canisters as well, because you can develop them in the normal way you do. You develop your React, your Vue app, your SvelteKit, and then it will be compiled into what is called an assets canister, and then you connect it to your backend somewhere. It's also seamless and easy as well. Your backend canister is the one that will be built with these languages, and then your front end you can build with any of these, and even plain simple HTML and vanilla JavaScript, CSS. Yeah, so you can see like the freedom it gives you and how easy. You don't need to stress about like databases like Postgres, MySQL, or whatever, MongoDB, pure from the main stack. Once you start your canister, I will do a short demo for you right now. Like once you start your canister, it comes by default with a backend and a front end, and then you start deploying your front end, and then once everything is working as you like, you deploy it live to the internet computer. So yeah, why would you want to host your apps on the IC? So yeah, really the Web3 promises, the Web3 advantages. We're talking about decentralization and security. We're saying once your application is deployed, once you deploy your application, right, you can sleep well when knowing like tomorrow morning I'm not going to receive an email or whatever telling you your funds was not. You have full ownership of your application. No one will be able to like stop it anytime of the day. And then I think, yeah, this is also important time for us to talk about how they run. In the video, there was some hint about like canisters, the computation on the internet computer running with what is called a reverse gas model and cycles. So in other blockchains like Ethereum, Solana, and these other smart contracts blockchains, are usually the users are the ones who pay for the computation. They pay it as they use the application. Any transaction you do, I was reading on this other blockchain and trying to build a small game, right? And just to try to make a small move in the game. It was this simple game. It was computation. That like it was a transaction which has to be paid, right? So you can already imagine the challenges that comes with that. But on the internet computer now, we are saying the users don't pay. Yeah, it depends with the service, how it's going. But normally, in the normal way, the users don't pay. It's the developers, the team, or the DAO, the decentralized autonomous organization that will get more into this as well, that will be running the application, or just you, the developer. You charge your canister when you deploy it with what are called cycles. That is the gas on the internet computer. it's called the cycles. So it's you who charge it with, who top up your canister with cycles, and then you deploy it. And then your canister will just be running on those cycles. Once those cycles run out, it will just stop. It will just stop running. So it will just be your responsibility to just keep checking your cycles for your canister. Yeah, and then cheap storage. I mean, in the Web3 space, storing a gig, like say a gig of data on the Ethereum blockchain is literally millions of dollars, right? But on the internet computer, it's so cheap. It's like, depending with the magnitude of the data you are storing, it's actually comparable to AWS and even cheaper in some cases. AWS, Azure, you name them. And it allows you to store, like if you had in the video, up to like 400 gigs of data in a canister. So like for my case, up to now, like all the applications I build, like maybe for clients or even personal, I mostly like, it's only the internet computer. I built the front end, I deploy it there. It's even cheap. And if your application is not like especially the front end assets, you can even forget about like topping it up. Of course, it depends with how busy it is. It depends with the computation, but in most cases, where it's still a small project, the computation, like for like front-end application, is something you can actually kind of forget. You just deploy it and then you think about it after months or whatever. And then on the backend application, on the backend canisters, that's where the computation depending with the computation and what you are storing. But it's like, in most cases, it will be even cheaper than some Web2 services, some Web2 alternatives. And then yeah, seamless developer experience. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's so easy to get an application running. And like I can think right now, if I want to start a Web2 application, I will have to think about setting up a database here, whether it's a MongoDB or PostgreSQL, and then think about where I'm going to host it and whatever. But here on the internet computer, with the one command, you have your backend application and it's running there, and you already start coding in 5 minutes. And if you had the front end somewhere, you can just put it there, and then in less than 10 minutes, you have like your application live and running on the internet computer. So yeah, and then scalability and interoperability. So we're talking about, in the Web3 space, being able to easily connect and build solutions that are multi-chain. We're talking about connecting to Bitcoin, CKBTC. We're talking about Ethereum, and we're talking about like connecting to the Web2 world, connecting to without the need of oracles and what's not. So our time is running out. I'd like to think it's a good space to do a small demo of how you can actually get an application, a project up and running on the internet computer. So, all right. Let me open my terminal. So what you just need, is the internet computer CDK. we will give you guys, I think in the session for tomorrow, you will get more into the developer setup, the tools you need. But here it's just a short quick demo on how you can run an application. But tomorrow we'll get deeper and show you guys how you can actually set up your environment on Windows, on Linux, and on Mac. Okay. So I have the CDK already installed, got the DFX. So to start a project, I can just do DFX new my cool project. And then I select the language I want to build with: Motoko, Rust, TypeScript, Python. So these are the ones that are currently in the CDK by default. So I'll go with Motoko, and then the front end, you get to select you want SvelteKit, React, Vue.js, Vanilla, or you just want a backend canister. I'll go with my favorite, React, and then proceed. So project is being created. Just installing some node packages that come by default. Mhm. So as it is installing, I think I can show you guys the Internet Computer website to those that are not familiar with it, internetcomputer.org. Let's send it to the chat. All right, so this will be a really important resource for you guys. Itself, this website, of course, it's running 100% on the internet computer. It's deployed, and then some cool features. What is it? What is this favorite feature of mine? Ask AI. What is it? Okay. But anyway, you can come to the developer docs. You can see this feature here. Ask AI. You can ask anything here. Any questions you might have. What is a canister? To explain to you what a canister is. So yeah, that's a cool tool. Yeah, you will definitely find it handy as we progress with some homeworks, some challenges we'll be doing in the bootcamp and the hackathon. Then we have the the languages that run on the internet computer, the frameworks. This one it's like a framework that is for the internet computer that allows you to, like, let's say you have your application somewhere, your React, your Next.js, or whatever, and you just wanted to have on the internet computer. This one is one of very handy frameworks you can use quickly get started, and we will get into this. We'll play around with this bootcamp as well. So yeah, this is the internet computer website. Try to go through it, go through the documentations, be familiar with it. It will help you a lot. I think my project is done now. Yeah. So I'll CD. Then I'll open it in this code. Right. So, yeah, this is the structure of the project. We have the backend. It comes by default. Here it's Motoko. I selected Motoko. So we have we have this backend. As I was saying, Motoko. That for it comes, it's an Exta-based language. So your canisters are like this, run as hectares. So this is the structure of the canister, right? In its simplest form. This is where you have your logic to store your data, whatever the other logic you might have. Your data will be stored in data structures like hash maps, trie maps, buffers, arrays, etc. And of course, if it's like a huge amount of data, you'll definitely be using like hash maps and trie maps. Yeah, that's the back end. Because this is the simplest form. As your project grows, you definitely have multiple directories here, some storing some types, some storing some modules of some sort. You can imagine how a big project would look like. And here we have the front end. So it's a React front end with Vite as the bundler. So those that know React, you can already understand what this is. And then we have the DFX JSON file. This is an important file which communicates, which like the CDK communicates with when you are deploying your project. So it comes here and look for the canisters you have. It's in my backend canister. The path is pointing to my backend canister, the front end canister. And yeah. So to deploy my canister, my project, I can do what is it? GFX deploy. Okay, I have to start the local replica. So I started by GFX starts in background. This is like starting the local instance of internet computer, let's say. So that like this is the internet computer running on my computer. So we started by this command. Then now I can go ahead and deploy. So every canister is deployed with a unique identifier that is called the canister ID, right? So this is what is happening here. Canister ID, it will be a unique for your canister. And even if you deploy live, it will have its canister ID. And then for the case of, say, front-end canisters, with your front-end project, you definitely need to configure custom domains, like from your favorite registry, like CodeAD or whatever you like to use. So this is my local project. Yeah, that's in my name. Yeah, yellow Enoch. So this is the front end here, the React front end here. This is my React front end communicating with the back end. With this back end here, this grid function, you can see it's taking a name, then it's just returning this string hello and then name. So that's just what's happening here. And then yeah, you start building from there, expanding your React, getting your components, your pages, whatever you have. So that's it for today, guys. If you have some questions before we wrap this up. Yes, sure. Matapelo, go ahead. It's Sean and Matapelo.
Hi there.
Yeah, hi Sean.
How are you doing?
Good, good.
Good. I've got just a couple questions regarding the hackathon at the end.
Okay.
Is it exclusively to the people that do this workshop? And also, is it required that we attend every meeting, as obviously it is a full month long?
Oh yeah. Okay. I think it for the hackathon, it will I'll confirm with this. I don't have like the exact details, but I think yes, the people that will attend the hackathon, they have to be at least have attended this bootcamp. And then as for if you should attend every session. Nah, it's not like a hard requirement, but of course it would be good if you can attend. But if you are having some challenges, it's okay, but just be sure to at least attend a reasonable amount of sessions, and then just so you can also be able to learn and be able to build this. I don't know, Mr. Confidence, if you have something to add on this.
Yeah, so it's a good question, Sean. So yeah, we understand that people have other commitments, so it's not a requirement for you to attend every session that we have in the evening. So the main purpose usually for these sessions is to just kind of have an interface to give you an opportunity to ask questions if you have some questions or if you have some challenges that you're facing. And we can also just go through a few examples of how you can actually tackle some of the challenges that you will be facing. So that is the main purpose of these sessions. You are not forced to attend them. We actually record them and we post them, and you can just follow up at your own convenience, maybe during the weekend or something like that. So was there another question? Maybe I might have missed it.
Yeah, it was about attendance. So I think it's one of the questions that was asked in the beginning. But yeah, with the exams, sure, you can't like force to still attend while you have the exams. Since this bootcamp is quite long, like a month, I'm sure like when you have the exams, you can maybe take a break and then you can catch up when you are available, and then we will try to get you up to speed and reach out personally, and then You can just say that Mr. Confidence and me, then we can see how we can help you. But yeah, if with the exams are important, the exams are important. But just try your best when you have the time to attend so that you can learn in real time and ask questions in real time. Following up is okay, but you won't get enough. You won't get enough. So,
I
yeah.
think there's another question in the chat box from Matapelo. I'm sorry. I hope I said your name correctly. Or you said,
I think that's
hope
one I was asking. Yeah.
it got answered. Okay. Yeah, we'll upload them on YouTube. We'll share them in the Telegram channel. So make sure you are in the Telegram channel. We have a separate channel there that is a sub channel that is meant for that, only for those videos. So how do I get access to Telegram? Let me just share the link with you. Just give me a second.
And Derry, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask 2 questions. The first is, I have someone who's interested in joining, and they were wondering if they still can join, firstly. And then secondly, I wanted to ask, how big will the groups be for the hackathon challenge at the end?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for the question. Yes, they can still join. It's not too late. They can just fill in the form so we get the information. They can also, so that they can also get some information while we send some emails on updates of what's happening and everything. And also, what was the second question?
The size for the groups.
Oh yeah, the groups. The groups. Normally, what we do, we say a maximum of 5 people.
Okay.
To work on one project, yeah. So yeah, depending, but there are others who choose to do it on their own. They are still welcome to do so. But if you are to join a group, make sure it's a maximum of 5 people.
Okay, cool.
Cheers. I hope Katlego, you have seen the link. I've shared it in the chat. I'm gonna pin it.
I have seen the link. I'm trying to open it as we speak.
Sure. No problem.
Sean, you still have
you still have another question? I see your hand is up.
Hi, yes. Sorry, I just wanted to know, in terms of the hackathon, is this something that we will be working on throughout the month? So will we be getting like the topic or the challenge at the beginning and then working through it with you guys? Is that the questions that you're referring to that we can ask or stay up to date with? Or is it something that we'll only be receiving at the end of the hackathon and then a month thereafter will be the hackathon? If you understand.
Okay, so how we handle this is the boot camp, which is going for a month. Is the purpose, or the main purpose, is to teach you how to build on the internet computer, and then we'll give you the challenges for the hackathon towards the days of the hackathon, because what we want to see is how much you can innovate in a short space of time. So you will not be working towards the hackathon during these 30 days, but you are basically just learning the technology, and then you just have an intense period for you to kind of build something innovative using whatever you have learned. But if you have something, let's say you're already learning, or maybe you're kind of ahead, and you see something that is really applicable, we don't restrict you anyway to get started. Maybe with your idea, maybe it will fit in the topics that we'll give you for the hackathon. I'm not sure if I answered you
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, and to add on to that, it won't really like the topics we were giving like for the hackathon. There will just be like categories really, where you can just build in. But if you have any innovative idea like what Mr. Gordon said, we won't like restrict you. So yeah, it's kind of free and open like that. We don't have like specific things where we will like force you to work on. We just give you some areas of focus. But if you already have your idea of your own, as we are going through this, as we are learning, and then you have an idea of your own, that will also be cool, which you'd like to work with. That will also be cool.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sure. Natapelo raised on this app. Okay. What's up?
Okay, you can go ahead, Mr. Enoch.
Yeah, we do, but we are not really active on WhatsApp. We are mostly active on Telegram. We can share it with you, but like there's not much activity we have on WhatsApp. We usually just do Telegram and Discord most of the times. But let me share with you as well. Okay, go ahead. Let go.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, right? Because I missed a bit of the first one, but I'll get the video. What is matoko? Is it like a
Motoko.
backend? Yeah, is it like a motoko? Yeah, sorry, is it like a backend language? Is it what is that? A framework? Just an overview.
Okay, it's mostly a backend language. The native language for building the native language on the internet computer, like specifically
Okay.
designed for the internet computer for building canisters. But yeah, it's backend.
Okay, cool.
It's backend, yeah. WhatsApp group. Let me see.
Yeah, I would strongly suggest you join Telegram.
Yeah.
And just try to have it active so it doesn't get deleted. Because on WhatsApp, like I don't even know the last time we checked on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
There is happening because WhatsApp does not have a lot of flexibility as to what we would want to use it. I mean, the community for, and to manage the community. So I would strongly suggest you join the Telegram.
But yeah, we will also be doing emails as well. So
yeah, for some of you who haven't seen the emails, probably check your spam. If you registered, we sent some emails yesterday, so probably you should be able to see some emails from us during the 30 days. Yeah, I think we have gone past time.
yeah,
This is 9. I don't know if there is any more questions for us. We usually love wrapping up things as soon as possible. Will there be a certification? Okay.
yes, maybe
Yeah.
there will be certifications, and even for Zambia as well, there will be certifications. Okay, guys. Thank you all for joining in.
Last question, yeah. So basically, the internet computer site should be able to give me like a whole bunch more information on, everything.
Yeah, like it should help you a bunch. and a
Okay,
lot
cool.
of documentation, and that Ask AI feature. Play around with it. It should help you a lot. Yeah.
Okay, and then how soon do the videos become available? Like after record, like after the session, does it become available? Like shortly after this one, a day?
I usually, even just today or tomorrow morning,
Okay, cool.
the video will be available. Yeah.
All right. Now, so that means check Telegram then for the update when the video is
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Just checking your Telegram.
Sweet man. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, guys. Have a good night. Catch up tomorrow, same time. Thank you.